Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome from the Goldings team to our property auction here at Worsted Park. Nice to see a room full of people, so thank you very much indeed for coming. I thank you all for accommodating the postponement last week. It obviously made sense to do so. I know there's a few buyers who are rather hoping that we were going to carry on because they thought they may have got a particularly good price because nobody else would get here, but it wasn't practical, so we had to postpone it, and thank you all very much indeed for accommodating us and coming along today. A couple of my vendors were going to be here, but they'd organised holidays and things like that, so they're not here, but they're the only people that really had to change. So I will say hello to my vendors and to Elle and people that were supposed to be here that can't be here. Everything has stayed almost exactly the same as it would have been last Wednesday. The only change is that a couple, there's about 6 of the properties which have got a slightly shorter completion date because they required a pre-tax year completion. But I will make those announcements. The paperwork has been published online anyway, but I will make those announcements. There's only about 6 of them, and most of them are at the beginning of the auction, so I will make that announcement. I'm going to get on with the sale because there's quite a lot to get through. I will mention the fact that we've got the exhibitors here. Obviously, we've got solicitors, a couple of them. We've got mortgage consultants, management companies. We've actually got a firm that are able to provide bridging finance as well today. So please do speak to these guys after the auction. That's what they're here for, and they're all very professional and able to help you and give you advice if it's required. As far as the procedure today is concerned, I will just quickly run through it. I will offer each lot as they appear in the catalogue, and you can see an image of it, so you won't be able to bid on the wrong lot. That's the first thing. You may hear me mention that I have a telephone bid or a proxy bid, which means we're bidding on behalf of third parties who have been unable to attend the auction. So that's what that is. If the hammer falls, you have purchased that property unconditionally. Unconditionally. So, as I always say, prior to today, you should have looked at the property. You should have gone through the legal pack. You should be fully aware of all of your costs. You should have your finance in place. And indeed, you should have sought independent professional advice on any of those aspects. So make sure that you're happy and you know what it is that you're bidding on. Because as I say, there's no going back once the hammer falls. The winning bidder, one of the girls will come and see you. So don't worry, there's no pre-registration. One of the girls will come and see you, and they'll hover while you complete a buyer information form. And on that form, we're literally just asking for your name, the name to go on the contract if it's different, name of your solicitor, and they will take that form together with your IDs back to the clerking area there where the contracts will be drawn up whilst the auction is in progress. We will actually, if something's missing on those forms, don't worry too much because it's not the end of the world. They'll be able to accommodate it over there. Once the last lot has fallen, we'll ask successful bidders to wait in the clerking area to sign their contracts and pay their deposit checks and admin fees. If you happen to have bought one of the latter lots, my advice is go to the cafe, get yourself a cup of coffee or a can of drink, because it might be a few minutes, half an hour even, before we get to you to sign your particular contract. So if you're one of the latter lots, I apologise, but that's the nature of the beast, I'm afraid. So that's all my preamble accommodated. Let's crack on and have an auction. So start with lot number 1, Rosemary Cottage. There she is. This is Rosemary Cottage, Cancey Lane in Wicks. We had strong viewings here, which I'm pleased to report. The property needs renovation. There's no doubt about that. It offers an opportunity for some refurbishment. I suggest it's many people's dream, a detached cottage on 1/3 of an acre, surrounded by fields, and yet close to a road, so you've got good network for access to places. So generated very good response. And it works for an owner-occupier, or indeed it would work for a speculator to buy and extend and bring back to the market. But just very quickly, this is one of the ones where the completion date is on or before the 29th of March. So be aware of that with this one. The others, as I say, are the normal 20 working days, but this one is on or before the 29th of March. So here we have lot number 1, guide at 260 to 280. Somebody can start me at 260, see where we can go with it. Somebody start me at 250 then to see where we can go. 250 I have, thank you, 250. 255 somebody. We're at 250 looking for 255. At 250, 255 somebody? 255, thank you, 255, 260. 265, 265, 270. 75, 80. Take the 2 if you like. 82. No, at 82 then. 282. Somebody else going to join in. 282,000. 284. Lady beside you there. 284. 284. So it's with you. 286. 288. 290. 92. 4. 6. 8. 298. You sure you don't want to go to 300? All right then, 300. It's at 300. 302, sir? 302. At 302. 303, anybody? We're at 302, obviously selling at this price if we need to. Goodbye at 302 and selling. Ladies and gentlemen, then, for the first time of asking, 302,000. Second time at 302. Third and final time at 302,000. All yours, sir. Well done. Right, lot number 2. We'll move through them fairly quickly because obviously there's a fair number to get through. This is Alice's The Street, Monksely. Very quaint, as you can see from the picture. Period cottage, grade 2 listed. It's a 2-bed at end terrace. It does have parking, which is a nice bonus here. It does need refurbishment. A lot of people have picked up on that and see it as a speculative opportunity, which it certainly is. It also represents a good investment for somebody to hold to rent out. It works very, very well. Monksely, you'll always get tenants. So from an investment point of view, it works as well as from a speculative point of view. Guiding this one at 90 to 110. Who's going to start me at 90? Who's going to start me at 90? Somebody here forward at 90. Start me at 80 then. Start me at 80,000, somebody. 80,000 I have, thank you. At 80 I have. 82, somebody. 80 I have right at the back. 82. Looking for 82 from somebody. 82, thank you. 82. 84. 86. You in at 88? 88. 90. 92. 94. 96. 98. At 98 then. At 98,000. 99 if you like. We're at 98,000. Anybody else want to kick in at 99? We're at 98 at the moment. 99 I'll take at this stage. 99. You going to 100, sir? At 100. 101. 101. It's at 100 now. Is that a yes, sir? Yep. Okay, 101. 2. 3. 4. 5, sir. 6. You in? I'll take the half now if you like. 6.5 then. 7.5. 8.5. 9.5. 10.5. 11.5. 12.5. Should have done this earlier, shouldn't I? 12.5 then. 13. Go and hold ones. We're going to go with it. 13. 14, sir. Yeah? We might as well. We're going to be here forever otherwise. 114. Let's put it to bed quickly. 114 then. 114. 15. No, you're out then. At 115 I'm selling. Gentlemen seated at 115. Anybody else want to join in? Because the hammer is falling. Half again? And a half then. 16 against you. 116 against you seated. And a half. 17. 17 seated. And a half. 18. 118 against you, sir. And a half. 19. 19. You in? No. At 119 then. At 119 and selling. At 119 and selling and a half. 20. No, you're out then. At 120 for the first time of asking at 120,000. Second time of asking at 120,000. Third and final time there at 120,000. Sold and seated. Good bidding, sir. If one of you girls would like to run out, the gentleman there with the grey jacket on. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Lot number 3. Flat 2, number 1, Clarkson Street, Ipswich. There it is, as you can see there. This is the first floor, 1-bedroom flat. You all know the location, walking distance of the town centre, very popular with tenants, this area. Same tenant's been in situ now for several years. They're very happy to stay. They're currently paying £400 a month, so the yield is virtually 10% as it stands. Building is currently split into 4 flats, and they're on 199-year leases, so you haven't got to worry about short leases or anything like that with this one. And in fact, whilst in that vein, I would say that we understand the freeholder has offered the freehold to the tenants, or through the leaseholders there. So it could well be that you have an opportunity to buy a share, if not all, of the freehold, depending on what happens to other people. So here we have good investment, guided at 50 to 60. Let's make it a little bit quicker this time. Can somebody start me at 500? Sorry, at 50 even. 500. 50,000, somebody. 50,000, thank you. I have 50 in front of me, looking for 51. Have 50 gentlemen here looking for 51. 51 from somebody? 51, someone, somewhere? 51, thank you. 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5. 9. At 9, then at 59. At 59,000. I'm going to sell 59.5. 59.5. 60. 60 and a half. 61 and a half. No? 61.5 right at the back now. Sorry, sir, you're out. So it's gentlemen right at the back then. 61.5 and selling. At 61.5 then, for the first time of asking. 62, gentlemen, new bid. At 62.5. So it's against you. 62.5. No, 62.5 then. First time of asking. Second time of asking, third and final time then. 62.5. Sold to the gentleman right at the back there. Sorry, Jill, if you head straight down the middle, he'll wave to you. Moving on to lot number 4. I think we have a telephone bid. Quasi, are you connected? Connected? Good, well done. A telephone bid on this one. Again, completion on this one on or before the 29th of March. So as I say, we'll make the announcement. This one on or before the 29th of March. This is the first of our protected tenancies. This is actually a regulated tenancy from 1979, currently paying $5,512. So quite a sensible yield on this one. But look at it. What a pretty cottage. And it's on the Broads. So you can make from that what you want. Obviously, this is a medium-term investment because it is protected, but a highly desirable property when it comes to the market with vacant possession. No doubt about that. Pretty, right location. Has a garage as well, so ticks a lot of boxes, this one. Okay, guiding 140 to 160. I'd like somebody to start me at 140, please. Somebody start me at 140 for this. First of these protected ones at 140. At 140, somebody? Looking for 140 in the room. 140 I have, thank you. 140 I have. Telephone, you in? 141 on the telephone? Not in. Okay, 140 in the room then. 140. 140, 141, thank you. 141. 2, 3, 143, 44, 45. 45 in the room. 145. Looking for 146 now. We're at 145 in the room. 145. Telephone, are you in? No, we're at 145 then. At 145, are we all done at 145? At 145, are we all done? All done at 145? I need people to talk to me. Otherwise, I can't sell it at that level, so I'm going to have to withdraw at this point. No, I'm going to hold on this one. Please come and see me post-auction. I need to borrow a pen. It's not quite at a level I can do, but come and see me and we'll see what we can do post-auction. Okay, telephone bid is still on for the next lot. Again, probably the same situation. Unless there's anybody else here for it. I've got 145 from you last time. Are you happy to stay on with this bid at this one? You are? Telephone doesn't want to kick in, I doubt, because they didn't last time. No? Okay, fine. Again, come and see me post. They've both got to be sold. I can't do it at that level, but they have got to be sold. So do come and see me post-auction, please. Let's move on to lot number 6. There it is, Ralston Cottages. Again, this one is a completion on or before the 29th of March, so it's a slightly shorter completion date. 4 Ralston Cottages, Main Road, Titchwell. You only really need to see Titchwell. Obviously, we've got another phone bid. Sorry, Luke, beg your pardon. Fronting the salt marshes, RSP Bird Reserve, and the sea. If you're going to buy a medium-term investment, you'll struggle to buy something better than a property in Titchwell. Pretty typical Norfolk cottage, stone, red brick, pan tiles, much as you would expect from a Norfolk cottage. This is actually a regulated one from 1983. It's currently yielding 5616. So, again, it's doing well. Telephone bid we have. I have a commission bid on this one as well, so I'm able to start this one on proxy at 140. So it's with me on proxy at 140. I'm looking for 142 in the room. It's with me at 140, looking for 142 in the room, please. Telephone you in? No, telephone you in? No, we're at 140. Anybody else want to join in? Nobody else here for the protecteds? I have a commission bid which is likely to get it if you don't show your hand. We're at 140 at the moment. Looking for somebody else to join in. No? Nobody here for them. Again, I'm going to withdraw that. I'm not going to waste time on it. Lot number 7, 5 Pensthorpe Hall Cottages, Fakenham Road, Pensthorpe. This is the last of the protected tenancies. Completion again on or before the 29th of March. And this is the last one that we do this with. Agricultural tenancy on this one from 1992, paying 6682. So again, a very good yield on this one. It's nearly 5%. Classic semi, you can see it is with an attached garage, got a lovely big garden, and again you can see the background, it's in a lovely rural position there. Very strong medium-term investment, this one. 130 to 150 is where we're guiding it at. Looking for somebody to start me at 130 on this one. No protected tenancy buyers here. We're at 130. 130 on this one. At 130 on this one. Telephone, you going to kick in or not? No? Okay, nobody else here for it? 131, thank you. 131. You in? I'm on commission, I'm going. 132. You in? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 41, I'm out. It's with you at 141. With you at 141. Telephone you in? I'm out. It's at 141 in the room. 141 in the room and going to sell. At 141, are we all done? At 141, I'm selling. For the first time of asking then at 141. Second time at 141. Third and final time at 141. Sold, so well done. Lot number 62, Greenfinch, there it is. I'm sure that you've all gone through the legal pack, you're aware, with this particular lot, and I do mention on this one, buyers are going to be covering the seller's costs, so you need to factor in probably another £4,000 into your bidding, because you are going to be covering the seller's costs on this one, all of their legal costs, etc. Pre-auction interest has resulted in an increase in the guide. And again, I'm sure you're all aware, I'm going to pick that up. So the guide is now 160 to 180 on this one. 160 to 180. 3-bedroom semi. It has new carpets, new kitchen, new bathroom, new gas central heating, double glazing. It has everything within it. So from an investor's point of view, it's ready to go. You're going to get the optimum figure straight away for it. And talking to the letting agents, we're talking about achieving close to £10,000 a year rental income on it. So good, solid investment, this one. As I say, I had pre-auction, and it has meant that I'm going to be starting it on proxy, and I am going to be starting it at 160, because there's no point in starting less than that. So it's with me on a proxy at 160. Looking for 162 in the room. So it's with me at 160, looking for 162. 160 with me. 62, somebody? 62, thank you. 62 in the room. 64, somebody? 64, it's with me then at 64. 66, 68. 70, 72. 74, 75, 76. 176, I'm out. At 176, I'm out. It's in the room now at 176. Anybody else want to kick in? I'm going to sell at 176. Take the half, anybody? 176 and a half. 77. 77 and a half, sir? And a half. 8 and a half. 9 and a half. No, at 179 then. Gentlemen, they're at 179. Still below guide at 179. Still a very good buy, but I'm going to sell. Last half, sir. Give it a go. And a half then, sorry. 80. At 180. Yes? No? At 180 then I'm going to sell. First time of asking then at 180,000. Second time at 180,000. Third and final time at 180,000. Sold. Well done, sir. Lot number 9, as you know, was sold prior to auction. So we'll move on to number 10, please, Luke. Here it goes. Here we go. Park Walk, Halton, Halesworth. It's worth putting the address up there as Halton, Halesworth, because you're not in Halesworth. You're a couple of miles outside, which is lovely, because you've got a village location, but you're still close enough to all of the amenities, schooling, shops, etc., that you would associate with a town the size of Halesworth. So it's very nice, charming as far as that's concerned. Good renovation project, this one. You have to say there's an opportunity to redevelop it, perhaps reconfigure, possibly convert the garage. And talking to agents up there, it's certainly 210, very realistic as far as this is concerned, when it's in fully refurbed condition. So with a bit of refurbishment, a little bit of conversion and extension, you're looking at a 210 price tag done well. So good opportunity, this one. It also works, obviously, for an investor. I have to say, you could do a very little refurbishment on it, and you get a tenant in it tomorrow, because it's a little 2-bedroom bungalow, and tenants are always looking for little 2-bedroom bungalows. Guiding at 125 to 150. Something start me at 125, we'll go in 5, because I think this one's going to go well. Somebody start me at 125. I've got 125 there, so thank you. 125, looking for 130. We're at 125, looking for 130 from somebody. Thank you, 130. 135, 140. So you in? No, at 140 then. 145, 150. 155, 155, 160. 62. At 162 then. At 162, gentlemen there. 64, anybody? It's at 162 at the moment. Talking of the figures earlier, it still represents a very strong opportunity at 162. And I'm going to sell then, if we're all done, 3 if you like. No, sorry sir, it's with you at 162. At 162 and we're going to sell. Going to sell at 162 if we are all done. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time of asking then at 162. Second time at 162. Third and final time at 162. Sold to the gentleman there. Well done, sir. Thank you. Did you catch that, gentleman, Jill? Sorry, you can't get through that way now. This is the first of the late entries now, 10A. We had 2 late entries, so we put them in the middle of the sale, 10A, 10B. This is number 40, Exim Drive. An opportunity here for both speculative development and also as an investment. It's a very strong investment as well. Classic 3-bedroom family home. well positioned for local facilities, local schools, all that you would require to let to a family, so good family tenant opportunity here. But speculatively, you could extend it, you could play around with it, you could make this an incredibly valuable property. I have a proxy bid, so I will be bidding on proxy on this one. So, I'm going to start it at 175 on proxy with me. We'll take it in fives to begin with. With me at 175, looking for 180 from somebody. 180, thank you, 180. I'd rather 85, 90, 95. 95, going to go to 2? 200. Take the twos now, if you like. 202. Nope, 202. I'm out as well. In the room then at 202. Looking for 204. 204. New bid there at 204. Take the 1 if you like. 25. 6. No. At 206 then. At 206, at 206,000. Well below market value at 206. But I'm going to sell. 207. I'll take the little one now. No, at 207 then. At 207, and I am going to sell. Right, for the first time of asking at 207. Second time of asking at 207. Third and final time, then at 207. Sold. Well done. And we're on to number 10B. This is 9 Tolbert Street in Harwich. It's called us up. There we go. Quite a pretty looking building, isn't it? 3-storey building, as you can see very clearly. 2-bedders. Opportunity for some refurbishment, although do bear in mind it has had a new kitchen, new bathroom, double glazing and gas central heating. Just needs a little bit of damp work really to bring it fully up to speed. So a little bit of refurbishment work, but not a huge amount on this one. Great investment when you look at the yield potential of it. We're talking potentially 14% yield, so very strong yield on it. And talking to the letting agents there, because of its close proximity to the town, it's a pretty safe one. You're going to get tenants in it nice and easily. So guiding at 50 to 70, 75, sorry, 50, 75. Somebody start me at 50 on it. See where we can go with it. 50 I have right at the back, thank you. At 50,000 right at the back. Looking 52 from somebody. 52 in front of you. 54 behind, 54 behind. You in, sir? 54, gentleman right by the... Sorry, 54, 56. Where's somebody else? 58, 60 right at the back. Right at the back, 60. You in? 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. Gentleman at 70, right at the back, you in? No, it's at 70 the gentleman there then. 71 if you like. 71, thank you. 71 here. 71 to my left. 72. You in? 3. At 73. 74. At 74 still. Still below guide, isn't it? 75. Worth it? Take the small one? Yeah? And a half then. Yeah? 74 and a half. 74 and a half. You in, sir? At 74 and a half, I need to know. 75, you in? At 75. You're out? At 75,000 then. At 75 if we're all done. And a half. And a half. 76. And a half, sir? No? No? At 76,000 then. First time of asking at 76. Second time of asking at 76. Show your hands now. Third and final time at 76,000. Sold the gentleman on the phone. Did you catch that, one of you? You all right? Thank you, Lauren. Back to the main run of the auction now. Lot number 11. Here it is. Flat E, 28 Fonnereau Road. What a beautiful building, isn't it? Doesn't that look stunning, that building? Very large studio flat, this one. Stunning building, split into flats. Flats are all held on 999-year leases. So I think it's probably going to outlast most of us and our sort of immediate descendants. So we haven't got to worry about that lease. To say 999 years. probably one of the best roads around the park. Certainly it's got some of the best buildings around the park. It's really quite stunning. Being around the park, you're always going to get tenants, and you're close to the town centre, so it just ticks so many boxes, this one. It's currently let on an AST. Tenant's been there for nearly 4 years. She's very happy to stay. But I would say probably underlet. You could probably get a little bit more rent on this one if you were to squeeze it a little bit further. So that's telling you about it. And there's a little bonus here as well. I think the consensus of opinion on the viewings was there's potentially an opportunity to create a one-bedder within the space. So obviously, converting that into a one-bedder is going to have quite an impact on its value. No doubt about that. So all of a sudden, you're going to go from a studio to a one-bedder if you can do it. So you're going to get some pretty strong capital growth as well on this one, potentially. 60 to 80,000. Somebody start me at 60. See where we go with it. Somebody at 60 I have. Thank you. 60. You in on this one? Yep. 62 then. 62. 64. 6. 8. 70. 70. At 70, sitting right in front of me here at 70. 71. You in? 2. 3. No, 73 then. 73 and a half. He likes the halves, that gentleman. 73 and a half. You in for 4? No. 73 and a half then. 73 and a half. Looking for somebody else to kick in. At 73 and a half. Are we all done? I'm not going to fall through, I promise. 73 and a half. 73 and a half. Are we all done? At 73 and a half. Are we all done? 74. Sorry. Sorry, is that 74? Going to go the half? 74 and a half. 74 and a half. At 74 and a half, are we all done? Looks like we may be at 74 and a half. At 74 and a half thousand. All done then at 74 and a half. Anybody else here for it? No? Come and see me straight away, because we are 75. 75. Lady right beside you, sir. Against each other now. At 75. Well done. At 75 then. Now I can sell as well. 75. Anybody else? And a half against you, madam. Do you want to part a little bit? Don't worry. Have a fisticuffs. 75 and a half. 76, madam? 76. You out now? Sell it to the lady then at 76,000. For the first time of asking then at 76,000. Second time at 76,000. Third and final time then at 76,000. Sold. Well done. Lot number 12, Dolphin Lodge, H. St Edmunds Place. There's no railway crossings near this one, I don't think. Just didn't hear me. Okay, Dolphin Lodge. What a joy it is to offer a property of this calibre. It's an absolutely stunning property, there's no doubt about it. I could talk about it for ages. I certainly was totally bowled over personally by this property. Incredibly well designed, incredibly well engineered, standing on a lovely plot in exactly the right location. You know, you're right beside the Arboretum, you're right beside the Ipswich School, you're right beside the town centre. You know, it just ticks so many boxes, this one. I've got a note here, it exudes quality. It's one of those properties you could very happily move into as it stands and live in it and adapt it and change it as you live there. I know people have been looking at it with a view to being quite radical with it straight away and changing things straight away, which you could also do, and it would work speculatively. Because in this location, this type of property could be worth serious money. Bear that in mind. Okay, we're guiding at 450 to 475. I'd like somebody to be brave and start me at 450 and see where we go with it. Somebody going to start me at 450? Who's here for it at 450? 450, I've got a bid, thank you. I thought I was going to have to start lower. At 450, thank you. Looking for 455, thank you. 455. 55, you in? 60. 65. 70. 75. You're out then. 475. At 475. Anybody else here for it? Take the two if you like. 475. 77. Worth a go. 477, worth a go, I would suggest. 475 it is. 475 we're at. Looking for 475, looking for 476 then. We're at 475, are we all done? 476, new bid. New bid at 476, thank you. 476 we have. It's with you now, sir, at 476. Looking for 477. Incredibly good value, but I'm going to sell. At 477, and I'm going to sell if that's where we are. For the first time of asking then at 477. Second time, it's with you, sir, don't worry, at 477. New bid right at the back at 478. I do apologise. It was always going to happen, wasn't it? Because it's worth a bit more than that. I think you know that. 478 right at the back. Are you in? 9. Is that an... I'm surprised. 479. You sure you don't want to go at 480? Because I'm going to sell it now fairly quickly. No? 479 then, and we're selling. First time of asking at 479. Second time of asking at 479. Third and final time at 479. Sold. Well done. Very good buy. Very good buy. Jill, sorry, it's the gentleman seated just here. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Okay, lot number 13. Here we go. 95 Barrel Road in Ipswich. There it is. Even got a Goldings board outside. Can't be bad. Quick précis on this. We have a 9-bedroom HMO, and we understand, we've been led to believe that it's fully IBC, Ipswich Borough Council compliant, which we understand it to be. It's virtually been fully let for the last 3 years, and actually has produced over £83,000 income over the course of the last 3 years. £83,000. So huge return on this one. It's sold fully fitted out, as you know, because a lot of viewers went and had a look at it. So it's ready to go for the new owners. And I know that the seller is also very happy to help the new owner with regards to the way that he managed electricity, because that's metered separately to manage it, to control it, etc. Huge potential to do very, very well. And the property is presented in good condition, ready to let. So, somebody start me at 190 for it. Several people I know here for it. Somebody start me at 190 and we'll see where we go with it. Come on, show hands please, ladies and gentlemen. 190. 190 somebody. 190 I have, thank you. 190, looking for 195. I have 190, 195, thank you. 195, 195. At 200. 200, 205? 205? No, you're out then. At 200 then. At 200, looking for 205 from somebody. At 205, thank you, 205. 205, new bidder over there to my left. At 205 are we all done? Is that a bid right at the back? No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. 205 with the lady there at 205. Not coming back to it at 205, looking for 210. Thank you, at 210. 210, take the 12 if you like. We're at 210 at the moment. I'll take 212 if you like. But I need to know now. You going? At 210 then. Anybody else want to kick in because I'm going to sell? At 210 and I'm going to sell. For the first time of asking then at 210. Second time of asking at 210,000. Third and final time then at 210,000. Sold. Well done. I did say I wouldn't take a bid from your father. Well done. $210, this gentleman just here, Lorraine, on the far end, on the right-hand side. All right. There we go. Well done. Lot number 14. Flat number 7, 2 back Hamlet in Ipswich. There it is. Tenanted investment, this one. Currently tenanted on an AST, yielding 11% plus, so very strong yield for an AST. Building itself was converted, I think, 2005, there or thereabouts, which obviously means all of the works within it are compliant. They're all in very good order, very good condition, this one. It's a one-bedder, high-yielding, all as we say in the catalogue, quite honestly. Pretty straightforward one, this one. 60,000 to start me. 60,000, looking for 62. Looking for 62 with 60 with me. Looking for 62 in the room, please. 62, thank you. 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74. I'm out. It's in the room at 74. It's in the room at 74. 74, 76. Sure? At 76 then. In the room at 76. I'm out. This gentleman's out. He might go to 77. He's not going to. It's with you, sir, at 76. Anybody else want to join in before I sell it? We're at 76,000. Got there nice and quickly, and I'm going to put the hammer down. At 76,000. Is that a half, sir? No? Okay. You go 1. 76, go to 77 then. 77, 78. You in? 79. 80, sir? 80, thank you. No, you're out then at 80,000, gentlemen seated here at 80. At 80,000, if we're all done. All done at 80,000 and selling. For the first time of asking then, at 80,000. 81, thank you, madam. 81. You sure? Just the half. All right, 81 and a half. 82? 82. That's definitely no, is it now? I'll take that. 82,000 then, ladies seated there at 82,000. At 82,000, and I am going to sell. First time of asking at 82,000. Second time at 82,000. Third and final time at 82,000. Sold to the lady sitting just there. Thank you. Here we go. So that drone picture shows it beautifully, Luke. Pictures tell, paints 1,000 words, as they say. Here we go, lot number 15. This is the land at the Drift, Woodbridge Road. Guiding at 75 to 100, as you all see in the catalogue. Generated a huge amount of response, this one. It's currently a commercial yard, East Ipswich. It's in the middle of a residential area, we know that, but it is currently a commercial yard. We've had lots of requests for viewings, but fortunately, we've just been able to direct people up there and say, look over the fence, because you can see it. It hasn't needed us to attend it, which is rather nice. Makes a change. For many years, it's just been used for hard standing, and it's got some containers on. In fact, everything that you see on that picture is going to be included in the price. There's 3 containers. There's a covered sort of workshop area where the gentleman that used to have it used to do some work as well. So other uses, it's up to you to have actually established that. So bear in mind, I'm selling it as a commercial unit, as a yard, and if you want to use it for anything else, that's subject to planning permission. Has given us good interest, this one. Again, I can start it at 75. So starting it at 75, looking for 80 from somebody. With me at 75, looking for 80. With me at 75, looking for 80 from somebody. 80,000, thank you. 80,000, looking for 85 from somebody else. It's in the room now at 80. I can go to 85 on commission if I need to. Anybody else want to join in, or shall I take it? It's with me then at 85. 90, sir? 90,000. 90,000 then. 90,000 I have. Looking for 2 from somebody else. We're at 90,000, looking for 2 from somebody else. At 90,000 in the room, looking for 2. 92, thank you. 92. 94. 95. 96. At 96,000 then. Gentlemen seated there, strong bidding at 96,000. Happy to sell at 96 unless anybody else wants to kick in. We're at 96,000 and we're going to sell. No mistakes, not coming back to it. 96 and a half, thank you. 96 and a half, sir. 97 and a half. 98 and a half. 99 and a half. 100 and a half. 101 and a half. 2 and a half. 3 and a half. 4 and a half. 5 and a half. 6, 7. We need to, I think, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. At 123 then. Gentleman standing right at the back at 123. Obviously I've cleared reserve and I'm going to sell. At 123 if we're all done. Now we're going for half, I'm afraid. 23 and a half. 24? 24. I think it's going to keep going. 124 we have. At 124 and selling. First time of asking then at 124. Second time at 124. Third and final time at 124,000. Sold. Lorraine? Lorraine, I've got that one sorted, okay? So you stay there, but it's as Martin will explain it. It's okay, just... Right, let's move on to lot number 16. I've got a feeling this next one will be very similar. Lot number 16, Luke? Yep. Oh yes, I have a telephone bid, and I've also got a proxy bid on it. Hopefully the screen will catch me up in a second. This is the land on the south side of Sudbury Road in Castle Hedingham. Is the computer... Is it going to catch me up, Luke? Yes, there we go. There we go. Again, the picture paints the picture. You can see it very clearly what it is that you're bidding on. We're talking about half an acre plot. It's captured a lot of people's imaginations. I've had all sorts of different uses for it. And I think there are a variety of uses, but I have to say you must have made your own investigations and be comfortable that you know what you can do with this site, because it is being sold without any approvals on it of any kind at the moment. Guiding it at £10,000, as I say, I've got a proxy bid. We've got a telephone bid, I know. So we'll go up very quickly on this one. I'll start it at 10 with me, looking for a 5 from somebody to really get this one moving. It's with 10 with me on proxy at 10, looking for a 15. 15, thank you. 20, so right at the back. 25, so yes, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 40 right at the back now. Gentleman with his hand immediately behind you at 40,000. No, we're at 40,000 at the moment. I'll take 42 if you like. Take 42 if you like. I'm on proxy, so I will go to 42. You're out, then it's with me on proxy at 42,000. So I have a proxy bid and I can handle it at 42. Looking for 44 from the room, otherwise I shall be selling. 44 from the room, I'm at 45. Read into that what you will. Probably worth going to 46. With me at 45. You in at 46, I'm out. It's in the room then at 46,000. At 46,000 in the room. Looking for 47 from somebody else, 47 new bid. You're out. At 47 then, new bid at 47, I'm out. 47,000 here to my right. Telephone bid's gone. We're at 47,000 I'm going to sell. Are we all done at 47,000? You sure you don't want to kick in quickly? It's going to go otherwise at 47,000. Take the half if you like. No, at 47,000 then for the first time of asking at 47. Second time of asking at 47. Third and final time then at £47,000. Gentleman standing there with the black coat on. Thank you very much indeed. If you could make yourself known as the young lady comes across, that'd be wonderful. Thank you. 6 Albert Road, Framlingham, lot number 17. There it is. We're delighted to have been instructed on this one by the Royal British Legion to assist them in the sale of a redundant facility that they have right in the heart of Framlingham, this one. The property takes the form of a large meeting hall, together with a series of rooms, kitchens, WCs, all that you would expect in a community-type facility. Obviously, it's been very well maintained during its working life. It's got plastic windows, it's got gas central heating. It hasn't been used for a while, so it's beginning to look a little bit sad now, but you would expect that. It's attracted interest from a variety of potential buyers, this one. We have a church group that I know are very keen to buy the property. We've got some private individuals and indeed developers who are looking at it, either looking to try and get permission to convert it or even possibly to clear it and put something else in its place. So we've had interest from a variety of buyers. You must have made your own minds up as to what you can do with this site. You must have done your own research on this one. So we're guiding it at 175 to 200. Guiding at 175 to 200, looking for somebody to start me at 175. Somebody to start me at 175 on it? 175, thank you. Third party, remember now. 175 I have. Looking for 180 from somebody else. 175 I have, looking for 180. At 175 if we're all done. 180, thank you, 180. What are we going to? 82. You in? 84? 84. You right? At 184 then. At 184. At 184. Anybody want to kick in at 185 even? At 184. Lot of property at 184, but I'm going to sell. Not coming back to it. At 184,000, then I'm going to sell. First time of asking then at 184, if we're all done. Second time at 184. Third and final time at 184,000. All done. Congratulations, son. I think we have a telephone bit again. Luke, are you going to handle it? Sorry? What, telephone's not in? Okay, fine. So, and 19 as well. Okay, fine. Okay, here we go, lot number 18. This is 9, 10, 11, and 12. Sun Lane in Woodbridge. In the centre of Woodbridge, this one. It's a self-contained, as you can see, terrace of 4 properties. They were renovated within the last 15 years or so, so they're all in very fine fettle as far as their renovation condition is concerned. Each cottage is fully independent, so bear that in mind. They're presented with modern kitchens, either a bathroom or shower room, which is a modern gas central heating, and they're all currently let on ASTs. So all 4 of those properties are all let on ASTs. As we see it, there's a couple of opportunities here. You've got great opportunity to hold as an investment. It's nice to have 4 properties together. You can manage them very easily. You can look after them very well. And I think that the consensus of opinion is that it perhaps won't be too much longer before that area changes. The builders merchants there might well decide to move, which would have quite an impact on Sun Lane. Although Sun Lane already, slightly further up, commands some very high figures. So that's option 1. Option 2 is possibly just to buy it and as they become vacant, sell them. And I'm sure that you've done your research. I did a bit of right moving yesterday, and at the moment the only thing in the centre of Woodbridge is a very small 1-bedroom cottage. It's probably not as good as these, on at 195. So if you're buying 4 at less than 150, you have to say incredibly good value to better do something like that with it. So here we go, lot number 18, 550 to 600. Somebody start me at 550? 550 somebody? 500 then, let's go in 500. Somebody start me at 500 and see where we can go with it. At 500,000 for the 4 of them. At 500,000, who's here for them at 500? At 500, I've got a bid at 500, thank you sir. At 500, looking for 510 now. We're at 500, looking for 510. At 500, looking for 510. You all ought to have your hands in the air for these ones at 510. Thank you. 510 I have. Thank you. 510. 510. 520. 520. 520. Looking for 530. 520 at the moment I have. At 520 I have. Take the 5 if you like. 25. Thank you. At 525. 25. 25. 530. 530. 35. 35. 40. 45, 550 then I have. At 550 I have, looking for 555. At 550 in the room at 550. Looking for 555 from somebody? We're at 550 at the moment. At 550, are we all done? All done then at 550. Come and see me, both of you, because we'll see where we can go with it. We're not quite there, but I know that there's an opportunity here. Lot number 19. This is 12 Boston Road. £140 to £160 is the guide. Is it going to catch me up? On a bit of a go slow, don't worry. Pre-auction interest in this one. This is lot number 19 we're talking about, not number 18. So this is the terraced house in Boston Road. It will catch us up, don't worry. Pre-auction interest, anyway, has advised us that we need to increase the guide price on this one. So the guide on this one has been increased to 140 to 160 from its original guide. And I do have a proxy bid because of that, so I will be bidding on behalf of a third party. There it is. 2-bed end terraced in East Ipswich. You have to say it's probably one of the sharpest roads in East Ipswich for a terraced house. It has double glazing, gas central heating, modern kitchen and bathroom, and a garage. Access to the garage is slightly restricted. You're certainly not going to get a Range Rover down there, but a smart car, something like that, certainly motorbikes, things like that. No problems at all. Put a gym in the back or whatever. It's sold with the benefit of a long-standing tenant, very happy in there, happy to stay there. But they're on a periodic now, so whoever buys it, if they want it vacant, it's something that they could get sorted out relatively easily by serving notice on the tenant. Or indeed, if you're looking for a tenanted investment, I would suggest you offer a new tenancy agreement, and hopefully the tenant would decide they wanted to stay. Certainly indications are that they would. As I say, I'm on commission, I'm on a proxy bid here, so I can start it at 140, looking for 142 from the room. So it's with me at 140,000. 142, somebody. With me at 140? With me at 140, you need to show your hands if you're interested. Otherwise, there won't be a lot of opportunity. 142, thank you. 142, 144. You in? 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 55, 56. I'm actually out at 156. I'm out and it's in the room at 156. It's in the room at 156. I'll take a small one from somebody if you like. We're at 156 and I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell at 156. This house is probably worth about 30k more than that, but I'm going to sell it. For the first time of asking then at 156,000, if we're all done. Second time at 156. Third and final time then at 156. Sold to the gentleman there. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Did you catch that, Lauren? Gentleman right at the back there standing. Tall gentleman. Okay, before I offer the last couple of lots, thank you all for coming today. On your way out, help yourselves to a bunch of daffodils, because there's probably still a few bunches there. Just to remind you, our next sale is on the 9th of May. So if you want to discuss entering a property into that auction, please do come and speak to one of the team after the auction. And as they say, we're leaving the best two till last, and I'm pretty sure we are. These two have generated huge amounts of interest. So let's start with number 20. Here we go. There it is on the screen. Number 20. This is the land between Crown Place and Doric Place in Woodbridge. What I would say to you is probably just go on Google and try and find a piece of land in the centre of Woodbridge. There just aren't any. It's just not there. So it's quite unique in that you've got a piece of land in the centre of Woodbridge that you can buy. The catalogue, we describe it as suitable for creative thinking, and I think that's the case. It's an opportunity, and certainly there's a lot of creative thinkers out there, because we've had nearly 100 clients download the legal pack on this, so it's obviously captured a lot of people's imaginations. I'm not going to say too much, because you must have formed your own opinions, and you must know exactly what it is that you're buying. What I would say to you, though, is that in that particular area, a garden of that size with parking is probably worth 125,000 anyway, if not more. If it was developed, if you were to get planning permission to develop the site, you could put £1 million house on that site because of its location, smack dead in the centre of Woodbridge. And I know that you've all been through the legals, because so many people have looked at them. You must be aware, and I'm sure you all are, about the overage clause. So if it does ever get residential use in the future, there is an overage clause that would apply. But you're fully aware of that, I'm sure. I have a proxy bid on this one as well, so I am going to start it at 125 on a proxy bid. So it's with me at 125 on a proxy, looking for 130 from somebody in the room. With me at 125 on a proxy bid. Somebody give me a bid at 130, please. All the legal requests. Nobody's going to put their hand in the air. Thank you, 130. 130, looking for 135 from somebody. It's 130. 135, thank you. You in? At 140. 145. 150. At 150 then. I'm out on proxy now. It's in the room at 150. I'm incredibly surprised, but I am going to sell it. I'm not coming back to it. It's at 150,000. If we are all done. At 150 in the room then. If we're all done, I'm going to sell at 150,000. Take two if you like. Anybody else want to put a 2 on that? At 150,000 for the first time of asking. 150,000 for the second time of asking. Third and final time then at 150,000. It's all yours, sir. Well done. And then the last lot. This is the building plot. This is lot number 21, which the machine will catch us up, hopefully, with. It's been asked for, so it takes a second. We have a telephone bid, which Luke's going to try and make contact with at the moment. So this is the building plot adjacent to the Rabbits in Bedfield in Woodbridge. It's a bit of a no-brainer, this one. We have virtually half an acre of beautiful garden land, which has got planning permission, outline planning permission, for a lovely big family home. And things like this just don't come up. Generally speaking, they've been spoilt or hacked around, but you've got this lovely plot with outline planning permission. Bedfield, you have to say, is probably also a perfect location. Close enough to Framlingham, so it's only sort of four miles or so away from Framlingham. So you've got all of those facilities on your doorstep, and yet it's in the country. It's a proper rural, as you can see from the pictures there, it abuts the countryside. It really is a beautiful property. Ideal for a self-build I've got here, or a build to sell. It would work in either direction, so a builder can look at it with a view to buying, building and selling, because there'll always be a market for a big family home here, or indeed for the owner-occupier to build for themselves. So here we go, guiding at 150 plus. Who's going to start me off at 150? Anybody going to put their hand in the air, or all going to be sitting on your hands at 150,000? What a surprise. Last lot. Somebody start me at 125 then. See where we can go from there. 150 on the phone. Thank you. 150 on the phone. Looking for 155? 155. Thank you, sir. 155 in the room. 155 in the room. 160. 65? 65 in the room. 65 in the room. 65 in the room. 170 then? 170. 72 if you like. 72. 72 in the room. 72 in the room. Anyone else want to kick in? We've got 172 in the room. Anybody else want to join in? Right, 72, 74, 76, 76, 78, 78, 80, 180, 82, 84. No, 84 then. 184 in the room. 184 in the room. Looking for 186. Take the 5 if you like, sir. 185 then, sorry. 185. Going to go 6? 186. 187, new bid. 187. 188. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. At 200. You in? 201? It's worth a try, isn't it? Little one, all right then. 200 and 500. 1 and a half. 2. Worth a half, isn't it? And a half. 3 and a half. 4 and a half. 5. 205. 205. You're out now, you sure? At 205 then, and I am selling. Phone's out. At 205,000. If we're all done, I'm going to sell at 205. You sure you just want to try just in case? No? We're at 205 and I'm going to sell then. For the first time of asking then, at 205 and a half. 6 and a half. 7 and a half. 8 and a half. 9 and a half. 210. 210. You're out now. At 210, I'm going to sell. For the first time of asking then at 2010. 2010? 210 even. At 210. First time of asking at 210. Second time at 210. Third and final time at 210,000. It's all yours, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for attending. I look forward to seeing you all at our next auction. Any of the lots that I didn't sell, please come and see me and register that interest. Thank you very much indeed.